Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prepare your ear holes for the best wrestling podcast in the world. It's time for the Hard-Hitting Wrestling Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hard-Hitting Wrestling Show. I'm Obi Muniz. I have Tyler Bard with me. How you doing, Tyler?
Good. How about yourself?
I am doing lovely. Hey, we have so much going on since after the Super Showdown. But before we get started, I would like to say congratulations to Frank Cueta, who is our HHW show champion. He won up on us with the tag team championship that The Miz and Morrison won. So congratulations to Frank. Did an awesome job. But hey, your title's on the line this Sunday at the Elimination Chamber. Now, before we start talking about the Elimination Chamber, let's recap what's going on, the hot topics on WWE. We'll start with Smackdown. Smackdown started with Roman Reigns answering the call to the Universal Champion Goldberg.
I mean, can I say predictable, or is that too mean?
When you say predictable, let's put it this way. Someone on Twitter will send me a message about if we got rid of all the social media wrestling platforms, if there was no Facebook, Twitter, or anything like that, would it still be predictable? Because so much is going on with Wrestling Observer Radio,
right,
with Dave Meltzer,
right,
and Alvarez. They always trying to chime in, hey, this is what's going on,
right,
trying to get that big feedback, and I kind of feel like, that's kind of ruining the business. So I'll try to keep myself open-minded on everything that's happening.
You're right. It has ruined the business because the biggest example I always give to why social media has kind of ruined WWE and the atmosphere is Batista when he returned. They were like, Batista's coming back to WWE. I'm like, why did you tell us that? Right. Why did you tell us that? How he would have never been booed. He wouldn't have been Batista. We would have been so hype if he came out at 30. But we already knew. So who cares?
Right. And then the other thing is I didn't like is, you said it, John Cena. Like, they publicized him a month prior to be like, hey, he's going to be on this day.
Yeah, who cares?
I was like, okay, so, well, a lot of people do care because of things that's going on in WWE right now. It's getting kind of flat, especially in SmackDown.
Okay, yeah.
So I know the ratings will be up, and just in case if the wrestlers in Saudi Arabia didn't come back on time, you'll have John Cena to save the day.
Super Cena.
But I think it's good. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. It'll be the battle of the spears. And it's going to be a battle handoff. Hey, man, the spear belongs to you, Roman Reigns. So I'm going to tell you right now, Roman Reigns is going to win WrestleMania. He's going to be the champion because there's nothing going for Goldberg past WrestleMania. Now, that part is predictable.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts
does.
a lot. You know what's going to hurt? If that's the main event, because that crowd's going to leave.
The main event belongs to Brock Lesnar.
It has to.
No, it is. The winner of the Royal Rumble, right, is main events WrestleMania.
Okay, yes.
So last year was the woman.
Right.
Because of Becky Lynch.
But they call all of the matches main events.
Yeah, but it'll be, especially what happened, we'll get it to later with Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre.
Sure.
But, hey, the Elimination Chamber is happening this Sunday. The actual main event for that is the tag team champions, The Miz and John Morrison, as they defend their tag team titles versus Heavy Machinery, the Usos, the New Day, Lucha Underground, and I believe I'm missing one more out of there. Ziggler and Rude.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So,
Rudler.
we still don't know all the events that's happening because we're still missing Sheamus. Sheamus made an announcement a week ago that he will be in the Elimination Chamber, but nothing was said about it.
Right.
So we could make an assumption that the third Elimination Chamber, so I'm assuming there's 3.
Hopefully.
That it might be the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
I'd like to see.
But that is just my prediction, my assumption there. We have to wait and follow and see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown.
Right.
But do you see look, the Usos defeated The Miz and John Morrison this past Friday.
Yep.
So that is a bold move to where maybe that the titles won't be that long with The Miz and Morrison.
Oh, my God. I mean, they shouldn't, in my opinion, they shouldn't have had the titles to begin with. So if they give it to someone deserving like the Usos, that would be great if the Usos can stay out of trouble outside of WWE. I love the Usos. They're great talent. I wish them nothing but the best, but they need to just stay out of trouble for a little bit so we can see them hold the titles for longer than, a few months.
I'm all in for The Miz and Morrison just because I like that hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, the Saudi Arabians loved it.
That's the only reason they won.
And you know what? It's good. It's good. Look, they dominated the New Day, singles competitions, which made sense for them to win. But who
We're going to disagree about the Saudi Arabia matches.
Who else has benefited more? I mean, do you continuously want the New Day to hold the titles?
Over them,
I mean, they already had the reigns before.
Sure.
But I have my opinion on the New Day. I think they should split up. I think they'll do good individually, but they've been together for a long period of time, and it doesn't seem like they're going to split anytime soon. But anyways, another factor that I've seen that no one's really mentioned anymore is Daniel Bryan. I got a feeling that Daniel Bryan is going to face Gulak in the near future.
I hope so. What a match.
And it'll be outstanding, but there's nothing getting away with Daniel Bryan unless maybe Daniel Bryan and Gulak who are going to put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
And, hey, handle your business inside the chamber and see if he can back it up.
I'm all for that encounter. I can't wait. That's something that the main roster is doing right.
What's going wrong is the SmackDown Women's title. So you have Bayley, right, who won that Super Showdown, and I don't think there's enough fire going into this match.
Yeah.
And now, you had Bayley going against Naomi for a rematch. Sasha Banks comes out. They're still best friends between her and Bayley.
Yeah.
And then they start attacking Naomi for Lacey Evans to come out. Yeah. So I don't even know exactly what's going on. It's so confusing that I'm like, you know what? This is my time out away from television to do something else.
Bathroom break.
Right, exactly. So you guys tell me what it is that I need to see in the SmackDown division.
More. Give me NXT and let Triple H run it because we see how successful he's doing.
I'm all about getting Bianca Belair to SmackDown,
yes.
But the only difference is on that is her husband is on Raw. In case you didn't know, Montez Ford is the husband,
right?
And they're currently the
Tag team champions, baby.
Congratulations to the Street Profits.
About time.
Yes. And that leads us to Raw. The Street Profits went ahead, defeated Seth Rollins and Murphy to become the new tag team champions. But a rematch was established for this Sunday because Seth Rollins demanded for a rematch and at the same time called out Kevin Owens for a match. He doesn't care what type of stipulation it is. We all know what's going to happen. It's going to be Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
I can't wait for that match. They will. And it's, I bet you. I would almost put money on the fact that that's the opener. Those two open up WrestleMania because you got to get the pace started hot right out the gate.
Oh, yeah.
And those two can go. Those guys can go.
Yes. Now
Steve says to keep Bianca in NXT, by the way. He says, don't you dare touch Bianca.
Hey, it's going to happen. Look, the reason why I said it, there's more superstars getting promoted from the Performance Center. You got to make room for these guys. This is the era that once WrestleMania is over, some of these guys are going to have their contracts are done and over with, and they're going to have to fill in that hole. And you got to keep the ratings up.
One point to that is I don't think NXT is the minor leagues anymore.
Oh, no.
NXT
definitely.
is its own show.
Right.
It's up there with these guys, and it consistently outranks them in maybe not viewers, but ratings amongst the fans. It always does better. It's better product, and it's almost a downgrade. If Ciampa said it, he said, if I get sent up to the main roster, I quit.
Right.
Like there's no reason. And he even says sent up. So he's in that mentality. And it's not being sent up. You're being sent down to go to Raw or SmackDown.
Well, at least for Bianca to be close with family. And WWE is really good at that, too.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Keep them together.
Right, exactly. Keeping things together is my favorite topic. The number one, what started the show was Drew McIntyre.
Ooh.
Yes, finally we get face-to-face McIntyre and Brock Lesnar in the middle of the ring. I've been waiting for this to happen for a long period of time, even before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, man. What a segment.
And the thing is that if you didn't watch Monday Night Raw, I suggest you go ahead and back and watch this. Go on WWE.com, or you can read the story on hhwshow.com. Brock Lesnar tried to trick McIntyre, but he got caught with a Claymore.
Oh, not
once, but twice. Not twice, 3 times.
3 Claymores.
All right?
And he begged him to get back up again.
Yeah, but you know who really deserved the Claymore?
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
He called him a bitch.
He did.
Yes.
You know he'll catch
many
one.
more words.
He'll catch a Claymore.
He has to catch. He has to get one.
Blindside.
It was perfect. I mean, the show led off Raw, led off hot. Then you had the Street Profits winning. But then there was a downfall. And that downfall is Ricochet. For some odd reason, and a lot of people chimed in on social media, that they feel as though he's getting buried.
100%.
And you know what's the worst thing that can happen is you losing to a 24/7 champion, which the title means nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
How about Alistair Black? Are you kidding me? What?
I kind of like that.
Why?
Why? Because I tell you why. AJ Styles is afraid of Alistair Black.
Okay.
You gotta don't think about it because the fact that he lost to the OC, all 3, purposely, but he knocked out the tag teams. By the time he got to AJ Styles, he had nothing left. I got it. But somewhere down the line, and a lot of people thought that the Undertaker was going to show up.
That would have been awesome.
But it never happened.
Unfortunately.
And unfortunately, we'll wait till it gets closer. Get the Elimination Chamber out of the way. But
killing me.
It helps Alistair Black because it'll get him back to the top. And if that's the case, let the Undertaker, AJ Styles go at it. And when it finishes, AJ Styles is going to elevate Alistair Black and put him back on the top.
I hope so.
It's going to be. Look, he did the same. Now, the only thing different is that he didn't do that to Ricochet.
What a random burial. The dude just had a heavyweight championship match. He went for the WWE championship against Brock Lesnar. And then the next night he gets smoked by the 24/7 champion.
Now,
or not next night, but next show.
But look at Ricochet's condition. Okay? He was banded up. Yet he was strapped around the leg area, around the arms and stuff like that. So if he lost, that's probably the excuse. But hey, Riddick Moss,
are you kidding
me? That dude is a beast mode himself.
Okay, great. But Ricochet.
I got you. I got you.
I'm sick of him being buried, my man. I'm sick of it.
You want to talk about sick of it? We talked about this earlier with Erick Rowan. Erick Rowan revealed his pet. I just couldn't understand that. That's not even real.
That can't be it. That can't be it. I told you earlier, if that's it, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not watching. I'm out. Anytime Erick Rowan comes on the screen, I'm turning my TV off. I'm not watching anything else. I'm going to text you and you're going to tell me when the segment's over and I will turn my TV back on. Because that was the most cringe segment. Although, my boy Wrecking Ball Legursky, I saw you in the background. I see you making big moves. That made me so mad. It was like a spider you buy at Party City before Halloween. The one that's like, when you go to reach your hand into the basket.
It didn't look any realistic or anything like that. And it's almost the same when we talk about Shayna Baszler when she bit Becky Lynch in the back of the neck. That was... Not even realistic.
It looked like she bit a moist thing of Kool-Aid. Like it wasn't fully stirred yet, and it just was stuck to her face. It was disgusting.
Well, let's get back to the positive side here. And the match that I enjoyed the most was Rey Mysterio, Humberto Carrillo defeating the United States champion Andrade and Angel Garza.
Yeah, what a great match.
You couldn't get... They always put on a good show.
And it was crazy because I was like, is this the main event? I didn't realize that was
every
the last
time
match.
they get in there, you always thought it was a pay-per-view event, pretty much.
They killed it.
So, Carrillo finally pinned Andrade.
Awesome.
Pretty awesome, but that is a statement.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be prepared. The next title defense for Andrade, he will lose the title. The question is who? Now, I wrote down on hhwshow.com. You can follow me there on that website. And I mentioned, listen, when you have two people together with big egos, it does not click. Okay? Angel Garza is in another world. Andrade didn't even seem like Andrade.
Right.
Okay? You have Selena Vega as the manager. I will build a storyline with just them three alone.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
But you got Humberto Carrillo. He needs to finish his business with Angel Garza.
Yeah.
Family and family.
I love it.
You know? Rey Mysterio, he's that guy that's going to help these guys elevate to another level.
He is at what I call the new Chris Jericho for the WWE roster. Chris Jericho loves to put guys over.
Yes.
And I know this is a WWE podcast. I shouldn't mention the Forsaken one's name in this room, but he's the new Chris Jericho. He puts over the young guys. You know, he wins a title once in a while, but it's to give it to the next guy.
Exactly.
It's to elevate it, to give it to the next guy.
I think he did the same thing with Moxley. He ended up losing that match in AEW. So
yeah,
but hey,
for another time,
it's still hard hitting wrestling.
You're damn right.
We're speaking the truth here.
You're damn right.
All right, but what's even more real, all right, what's more real is Randy Orton.
Woo!
Randy Orton confronted Beth Phoenix. Okay, with all the drama and everything else, everyone was waiting for it, and they got it. RKO'd Beth Phoenix in the middle of the ring. Hey, he didn't start it.
That might be Randy Orton's single best promo I've ever heard him cut. That was so ruthless. He's telling Beth, you couldn't love Edge the way I do. He's my best friend. I love your kids. I love you, and you're not protecting him. You're enabling him. If he was a drug addict, you'd give him the drugs. I'm like, whoa! He's like, in the crowd, like you could tell they really didn't care at first,
right?
Because it's Beth, and they always boo Beth. But wow, did they get into it by the end? Randy. I
wouldn't have been crying. I would have got even more angry for the words that he was saying.
Oh,
you know.
Wow.
But then she tried to kick. Randy Orton called her a bitch.
Nuts. He did, yeah.
If you read his lips,
right,
he said bitch.
Right. I think he was trying to provoke her.
Yeah. That or he signaled her bitch like, all right, now kick me.
Right.
But it's cool.
Right.
And she got the RKO'd and that was a wrap.
And what a sell. She made it look so good.
I think the commentators sold it even more.
Oh, yeah. No. I love it. Anytime
they were all low tone voice.
Yep.
Oh my God, so in shock, you know, and then they ended the segment there.
Yeah. My buddy in the comments says it here the best. He said Randy Orton is on another level when he's a heel. He is better than anyone else. You remember his heel days back against Triple H where he kissed unconscious Stephanie as she was handcuffed to the ropes? Incredible.
Way back. Way back in the days.
It's like 2008.
Hold on. So Raw is by far probably the rated number 2 out of the brands because, you know, NXT, they are always rolling. There's always something happening. But I got to look at the Smackdown and see, hey, that's why they brought back John Cena.
Yep.
That's why they brought back Goldberg, because they needed that. And before we talk about the Elimination Chamber, they're not ready for Roman Reigns and The Fiend. They're not ready. And if the time comes, it might be for SummerSlam. That'll be best fit. Let it build up slowly but surely. because the Fiend never forgets.
Do we want Roman to beat the Fiend, though? I never want that. I don't want to see that ever.
The Fiend might take his belt back out.
All I'm going to say is Goldberg ruined the Fiend.
No.
Period.
No. You know why? Because somebody at the
Nerds
of Wrestling.
It was probably Justin.
Nerds of Wrestling. It wasn't Justin.
No.
Somebody from Nerds of Wrestling stated that the Fiend has nothing against Bill Goldberg.
Oh, okay. So we're going storyline. We're going kayfabe here.
He got nothing.
Okay. He has
and
no
that's
vendetta.
why Bill won.
So he had no power over Bill Goldberg because he has no ill will towards Bill Goldberg.
Exactly. Now,
John Cena.
How does that? But why John Cena? If the last match he had as Bray Wyatt, he beat John Cena. What else can they come up with for him to invite John Cena back in the ring?
Because he's John Cena, and John Cena said, "Vince, I want to fight the Fiend at WrestleMania."
Of course, of course. You had to go
and Vince
there.
was like, "Yes, you got it, my golden boy. Here's your shovel. Go bury our best character we have. I hope you beat him."
I don't think it was all that, but okay. But anyways,
I got to bring it there once in a while.
What's your comment? How do you feel what's going on in SmackDown, Raw, and NXT? What is your favorite match or future match that's going to happen? Share that with us. We'll bring it on air. We'll share with the rest of our folks here in the podcast.
Comment in.
Hey.
We want to hear from you.
Most definitely. But we're moving on to the Elimination Chamber that's coming up.
Whoop, whoop.
Our predictions won't be made till Saturday.
Yep.
That's right. So Saturday, all the HHW crew will get together. We'll lay everything out. We'll do a quick podcast to say, hey, these are our predictions. And Frank, if you're listening, your time is up, my friend.
And my time is now. How about that, John Cena?
So anyways, we mentioned this before. The tag team match is on its way, right? We also have the Raw Women's Elimination Chamber. The winner will face Becky Lynch, but we all know the winner is going to be Shayna Baszler.
Win that.
Yeah,
the only person who could potentially could get it is Ruby Riott. That's the only other person who might win that match, but there's
I just don't see
1% chance, because that would be Vince going, you want to see something new? And he'll throw that little curveball, and we'll be like, that's not what we meant. But
I think after Sunday, you'll get to see a triple threat match between the Riott Squad.
Okay.
That probably happened at Monday Night Raw. I can see that happening.
I'd like to see that.
Asuka says that she will be in the match. She did injure her wrist during a WWE live event during the weekend. Ready. So she sprained it for her protection. They saving her, but she's not going to win either. It doesn't make sense, especially you're one half of the tag team champion.
Right.
And we don't even know what's going to happen with the women's tag team champion.
I don't know.
I don't even remember the last time there was a tag team tag team, except for SmackDown.
I think we're going to get Billie Kay and Peyton Royce back here soon, hopefully. They're both cleared. Mm-hmm. So maybe WrestleMania, we can get an Asuka moment where they come out and they're, nobody's ready for Asuka moment, and then boom, iconic, and they come out and beat the hell out of them. That's all I can hope for, because I love me some Peyton Royce and some Billie Kay.
Fair enough. All right. But yeah. But if you were to put a lineup on the next Elimination Chamber with Sheamus, being that will be for the Intercontinental Championship, who will be the other 5 superstars to face Braun Strowman?
Okay, so it's for the title or for number 1 contender?
Number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
So we've got Sheamus and Braun. Okay, Sheamus, Braun.
Braun can't be in it if they're looking for a number 1 contender.
Oh, okay, you did. I'm sorry. Sheamus, Elias, Bobby Lashley, Ricochet.
Ricochet's not in SmackDown.
Oh, he can't go to. They can't. Well, they could cross brands. Why not?
They cannot.
Sure, they can.
They cannot.
What about the wild card rule?
Because there is no wild card rule anymore.
Why did Vince get rid of that?
Because that's what Fox wanted.
Money talks.
Hey.
Well, then, I mean, is Cesaro still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
So we can put him, because Sheamus himself is pushing Cesaro. So that's a strong 4. and then maybe we throw some dumb jobbers who we know aren't going to get the job done.
Okay, so you ready for this? So I did say Sheamus.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Gross.
But if he's not there, that means that maybe at last minute, Braun Strowman defends the title against him on the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Right? Now, Shorty G.
Oh, God.
Shorty G is butthurt about losing to Sheamus.
I still hate it.
And we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, because they're going to change his name again because Shorty G is a horrible name.
It was horrible from the... That was his idea.
It was Corbin's idea.
No.
Corbin
it
called
was Shorty G's idea in the background. It was his idea. He wanted it because it was...
for Corbin,
it was
though.
for bully... It was for prevention for all the bullies.
Sure. I just hate it.
Okay. What else? Apollo Crews comes into mind.
Ooh.
Because he lost a handicap match.
Oh, we have his first and last name again? He's not just Apollo?
No, he's Apollo Crews.
Oh, good.
Right.
We gave him his name back. Awesome.
Yep. So I said Shorty G, Apollo Crews, Sheamus. If it's not Shinsuke, we could put Cesaro in there.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's one more. One more.
Who are we missing?
Who could it be?
Stinger! No.
It could be another legend coming out of nowhere. Here, I'll help out. Hey, MVP.
Oh, Lord.
Nah, he won't.
Although I did pop for him at the Rumble. So I'll give him a pop once in a while.
Regardless of the situation, I still see that going into WrestleMania after this pay-per-view is over, that Sheamus and Braun Strowman will go for it because Sheamus will go for the ultimate Grand Slam title.
Time.
It is time. And he'll be the only one with all the major titles.
Yep.
No other superstar in WWE history has got all the titles except for Sheamus.
And man, does he deserve it.
He does.
He is
really
such
does.
a workhorse, that man.
And I'm taking that line from Hector, who is tuning in right now.
No, take credit.
So, nah.
He ain't here. He can't defend himself.
But anyhow, hey, a lot of things going on throughout the wrestling industry. The one other topic that we'll discuss later on this week is about transgenders in sports.
Right.
So tune in to hhwshow.com. There's a blog posted about transgenders. It's a sensitive topic. I really love your opinions on it because it doesn't affect the wrestling industry, but it affects all sports. Okay? Real juicy taste on why I've written it. It was because the fact that we have a transgender champion in AEW.
Right.
And in
Nyla
the state
Rose.
of Connecticut, there is a lawsuit with high school athletes.
Correct. Track.
Between transgenders and cisgenders.
Right.
I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, sure.
So that will be on the takeaway.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on Saturday, once again, we will have our predictions for the Elimination Chamber and the road to WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
So, hey, thank you for watching the HHW show. Clovercrest Media, tune in to clovercrestmedia.com. If you're interested in doing your own podcast, by all means, come on aboard. Look through that website. Call us.
Join us.
Yes. The owner, Joe Aguirre, will be very happy to hear from you. So thank you for all the listeners out there. A big shout out to Keys to the City. A big shout out to Nerds of Wrestling. Justin Del Rio. Yes.
Del Rio.
Thank you for listening in. And to all the listeners out there, thank you for your support. Take care, everyone. Until next time, this is the Hard Hittin' Wrestling Show.